just tuned into Just Black with Melody, and today I have a very, very special guest with me, and she is the former Minister of Ghana Education, and her name is Barbara Asher. Hello. Hello, hello. It's such a pleasure to have you today. Thank you so much for doing this interview. And so, can you tell us a little bit about like your history, like what got you into wanting to become this Minister of Education?
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this opportunity. And my name is Barbara, as ladies said. And I was the Member of Parliament, like a mayor for this area. That's the Cape Coast North constituency. And then I was a Deputy Minister for Education. I started with basic education, then I went into technical and vocational education and training, and then I moved to works and housing.
Okay.
Yeah, but currently I'm running my foundations. That is the Barbara Asher Foundation and the Africa Foundation. Well, motivated me to go into politics. I would say from childhood I've always been in leadership. I'm very passionate about leading, so I think that has been with me since I was young. So in every institution you'll find Barbara as maybe the senior prefect or the library prefect or the women's commissioner. So I believe that I'm a born leader.
Yes.
So I am passionate about leading, especially young people. So I started right from childhood, and then I went to the university. At the university, I was a women's commissioner, and then I was part of national news, where we drive the young people. So right after the university, I went into serious politics. So, but I believe that if I have a vision of becoming the president, I have to start from somewhere.
Exactly.
So at every level, it's a very nice opportunity for me to learn and improve myself.
Yes.
So I started from the polling. That's the foundation. So I was a women's organizer. I then became the constituency, not deputy constituency organizer. I became like assembly woman governor appointee to the assembly. And then later on, I decided that the assembly is a mini parliament.
Yes.
And then per the vision I have for my people, I felt that being in politics would give me a better opportunity to touch my people in terms of education,
Yes.
in terms of empowerment, in terms of helping the young people to believe in themselves. Because where we are, I would say that the Fantis, not the tribe. We are very nice, affable.
So you come from the Fanti tribe?
Yes, my mom is a Fanti, but my dad is an Achin.
Okay.
Yes, I realized that the young people, especially from this area, were not very confident. And I don't like it when children are not confident. Because I've seen young people who probably become publicities because they don't believe in themselves.
Absolutely.
Nobody tells them that, oh, Barbara, you're beautiful, you are this. So they feel that, no, if a man tells them that, oh, you are nice, then it's like the whole world is turning around. So I feel that in life, because sometimes it's not about the talent. Talent is good, but confidence is what will get you there. Sometimes it's not even about the intelligence. It's good to be intelligent, but you need confidence. But I know people who are not intelligent, but because they are confident, they've been to places where first-class people haven't been. So I started helping the young people to believe in themselves, talking about empowerment, believe in yourself, how do you walk, your posture. So I had my modeling agency. But I was looking at the modeling from a different angle. It's not just about the runway. Okay, entertainment is good, but I wanted the young people, when somebody is confident, you can see the way the person is walk. Absolutely. When the person sits, you know this is a confident person. When the person speaks, you know that this is a confident person. So that's what I was doing as a teacher, professional teacher, trying to, I don't believe in sometimes I look at the bigger picture. But sometimes I look at the small picture in your own small community. How can you touch somebody's life? And so that's what I was doing. So currently, I'm using my foundation to empower.
So now a little bit about your foundation. What does it entail? What's happening with this foundation?
Well, I have two, the Barbara Asher Foundation and the Africa. And I try to the vision that I have to streamline, stuff like my foundation is purely humanitarian.
Okay.
And empowerment.
Right.
And then it's for the rural community or the Cape Coast community. But the Africa, I'm looking at the bigger picture. Something like looking at urbanization.
Yes.
How we can plan our cities. The climate. Our environment.
Right.
So the Africa, that's what I use the Africa for. And then I use the Barasha Foundation purely for humanitarian.
Right. That is so great, so great. We need more people like you in this world.
Thank you
So what would you say are some of the challenges that you had as former Minister of Education and being in the educational system? What are some of the challenges that you faced?
Well, I will look at it from a broader perspective and then limit it down to education.
Okay.
Well, as a minister, as an MP, it's very challenging in Africa when you're a leader.
Right.
The reason why is like you have to be superhuman. For example, if you want a job as a member of the parliament, I can scout. I can how do I call it? Lobby. But people expect about the problem.
Yes.
The numerous problems. But the most challenging one is jobs. You see, because everybody wants to be in a public space. And we don't have, we can do that. Every government would have to work with the public government. That's why this government prioritize technical and vocational education training. Once you have your skill, you can start something new.
Right.
You can start a trade. You can start the hair.
Right.
But unfortunately, a majority of the young people don't want it that way. And research shows that it takes about 10 years for a batch of graduates to get jobs. 10 good years.
Wow.
So if they complete this year, it's going to take them about 10 good years
To land a good job.
so every one of them, a batch, just a batch.
Oh, one batch, okay.
Yes,
One batch.
get you a job. That is what we encourage people to start their own business.
Right.
Sometimes we encourage them to be versatile. I was in politics. I was the immediate past member of parliament, but I'm no longer in parliament. What do I do with my life?
Right.
What do you do? You see, that's what young people must understand. You are working here, maybe because of one or two things, the business is not doing well. You need to do something else.
Right.
So I encourage young people to be versatile. So from a broader perspective, it is challenging them. But let me talk about now down to education. Well, with education, I would say we are blessed to have free, quality, senior high education.
Yes.
Because sometimes, as a result of the poverty rate, some are not able to go to school. But because of the free senior high school, we have a number going in the member of parliament. That's a challenge. But basically, I think now, sometimes we have a little challenge with, sometimes it brings a lot. Everybody wants to go to a school like Wesley Girls High School. You see, and sometimes it becomes challenging. Right. Because you have limited grade A schools. But everybody wants to go to Wesley Girls High School. So I'm of the view that in future, we should have model schools where, what is Wesley Girls doing that makes people feel they want to go there.
Yes.
And then in all the other places across the country, we make them very strong, just as Infants Place, just as Wesley Girls, just so we can focus them on some particular schools across the country.
Yes.
And then make them as strong as or as good as schools like Wesley Girls and stuff like that. Other than that, there could be a lot of pressure on some of these schools. So that is what I think that going forward we have to look at it. And also this idea of everybody wanting the child to be a lawyer, a doctor, that is still slavery. Absolutely. We have to start thinking differently. An actress is as important as a minister.
Absolutely.
A farmer is as important as somebody who bakes bread.
Right.
You see, so the whole mindset is messed up. That is our challenge, not just Ghana, across the continent.
Absolutely.
You see, we feel that some jobs, like courses when you do in school, or when sometimes some people are not even cut for those jobs.
Right.
We have biggest lawyers, we have biggest nurses. They don't belong there.
Right.
They don't belong there. But it's because of prestige. You know, they want to belong to a certain class, so they want to do such courses. And parents, we are also to be blamed for such courses on the children. So we need to change our mindset, start thinking differently, to understand that we all have different gifts.
Right.
Okay, so some are good in sports, some are good, will be better off as fishermen, some will be better off as caterers, some are better off because, trust me, some of our mothers who sell, if you're not talented, you will not be able to do it.
Right.
You can be very intelligent, you can have first class, but they put you there on the market to go and sell, you mess up. Because that is what you called to do.
Absolutely.
So until we start thinking differently and attaching seriousness to everything, we are not going to make it. So we need to change. Right? So that's when the culture comes in. We need to learn from Singapore, what Singapore did. Because they attained independence around the same time Ghana attained independence. What have they done that we haven't done? Let us keep the good ones. The good ones are our culture. Because we can't be like them. We have beautiful stuffs here. When I travel, I want to see them. When I travel and I'm in my traditional gown, like attire, oh my goodness, like a princess, I will not market them there. So let us start thinking differently. And all hands must be on deck. And start with us as leaders. Because we have to set that example. We have to start living differently. We have to start speaking differently, act differently. So that the younger generation that is coming will also learn from us. When we go outside the country, we have to let people understand that we believe in who we are as Africans. Because first you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you?
Exactly. So important.
We have to believe in us ourselves, be confident about what we do, about who we are, then start acting and thinking like that. It's because if you're looking down upon me, I also look down upon you.
Right. Right.
So when we do that, and as leaders, we exhibit those traits. Because the people are watching us and they're learning from us. We need the generation also learn from us. But I think going forward, we need to look at our curriculum, something like that, and look at it well, so that sometimes we still say education becomes too bookish. Let us look at our needs, what we have, the resources we have, and then ensure that we have a curriculum that will help us to put these young people in these places. So I think these are all good things that we need to look at. And as parents, also encourage our children, look at their talents, choose up what they want to do. You have to know if your child is good for school, that's okay, formal education. Sometimes going to agriculture, let's catch them young. We wait too long. I have to discover my own self. You have to discover my own self. But I think our parents should also observe and look at as well. Oh, look at my daughter, because when I was young, my mom was us. But sometimes you need a mother who also understands the child and the children. That we're looking at my child, he has to be a footballer. Look at my child, she's going to be a strong leader. Let me expose her to good books and stuff, good grooming while she's young. So sometimes we wait too long. We wait till when they become adults or like teenagers. That is when we start paying attention. Let us catch them young, groom them, and let us help them to be the best. So that one day when we are grown and we are no longer there, we would have groomed young people who could take over from us.
And so I think that's so relevant in everything that you just said, because it was a saying back in the day that it takes a village to raise a child. And I think based on what you just said, that saying still stands true today. It's 2022. So, it absolutely takes a combination of everyone to come together to help kids to make the best decision that's going to help benefit them and essentially the economy and the community in the long run.
Yeah, but to conclude, once we're talking, because this is a hub of tourism. You see, we need to believe. If we do not believe in art, I sometimes share with foreigners. Okay, but I wouldn't allow anybody to look down upon me.
Right.
No. See, so they are good when we entertain them, but are they going to entertain, welcome us the same way on their land?
Right.
Would they?
I guess it depends on what part of the world you are.
Let me tell you something. I shouldn't be saying, but let me say. Sometimes when people want something from you, I've been minister before, so I know how it works, and I've been down there before, and I know how it works.
Right.
So please, I'm not saying that we should live as an island, because we are all connected.
Right.
I mean, we are in a global world, but we've got to be smart.
Absolutely.
We've got to be.
Absolutely.
You have to know and be designing, and let us be futuristic. Yeah, let's say in about 50 years to come, how is the world going to be? How is Ghana going to be? Let us be selfish sometimes.
Right.
Because they are selfish.
That's how they got to where they are.
Yeah. You've got to be selfish too.
Right.
Yeah, we've got to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got to be selfish too as Africans and as Ghanaians. We've got to be selfish too.
Right.
Think about ourselves small. Let's think about resources. You can't spread yourself like that because they don't think about it.
Right.
That's my observation. They don't think about it. Just as they don't think about us. So we should also be selfish. Let's think of what we can also get from the radio. What can we get from the Bible? Go and get it and come back home.
Right.
Yeah. Just as they want to get it from us, we also have to go and get it.
And bring it back.
Yeah, but we should not destroy everything. And we should look at all the resources that we have.
Right.
Sometimes I get worried, especially our water bodies. If you look, this illegal mining, my dear, if we don't take care, please, don't listen to us. I know. Please, if we do not protect our environment, it's scary. It's really, especially our water bodies. If we do not say, and water is life.
Absolutely.
Once you don't have water, then we are all going to die. So if you want all of us to die, if you want to die, think about the children who will have to live. You see?
After you.
There's certain things you can't go and do. I mean, in Europe and stuff like that. If the things that they wouldn't allow us to do over there, we should also allow them to do over here. That is what I mean by being selfish.
Okay, got it. Absolutely. Yes.
And all the other aspect of our culture that is good, our food. Listen, some of us are in our 40s. It's so funny. It's so funny. We've thrown all the stuff that we're doing away. In the past, our children had games, outdoor. We used to do a lot of outdoor games. We used to do something called outday, and it was good exercise for us. So you see our mothers, they are 70s, they are good. They are 80s, they are good. They could walk. This food, some of the foods that we eat, jam. In the past, you wouldn't hear about cancer.
Right.
When I was younger, I never heard about cancer. But now you hear about cancer.
Right.
Now you're hearing about this. This is what it is. So we messed up things about the food. Everything is messed up. Until we need to go back to the drawing board. What were we doing that kept us alive?
Right.
Our mothers were 80s, they were nice, beautiful African people. And now they're 20s, they can't even run. From there to they can't run. They're not eating right. They are not active as we used to. Chinese are smart. They've kept their culture. When they go, they speak their language.
Yes.
In Ghana, what we are doing is we want the children to speak English. I speak Kwanti with my daughter. My daughter speaks Kwanti very well and speaks English very well.
And how old is your daughter?
She's now 17.
Okay.
She speaks. She's learning French too.
Wow.
But the foundation is the Fanti. Right. Once you get the mother tongue right,
yes,
all the languages become easy. But if we are throwing now in homes, they don't want to. Sometimes they even feel shy to use our language. That is why our movie industries are dead. Yeah, the Chinese are still, the Indians are still strong because the culture is in there.
Right. They haven't forgot their culture.
So when the culture is in there, you say, well, when you throw it in there, the center is a culture. So you keep yours. That's why I said you are selfish. So keep your culture.
Right.
You keep it, and then you go and then bow, then you add it. Right. But if you throw it away, so I think that if you leave me, we'll talk, we didn't finish. So probably
Well, it's been a
going
pleasure.
faces, and it's really a pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure meeting you. So we are doing this interview at the Shipyard. Do you want to tell them a little bit about what the Shipyard
This
is?
is Shipyard, and this is Pride of the Coast. Yes, Fierté de la Côte.
The food is delicious. Delicious, y'all.
We
Delicious,
have nice
y'all.
people. We're trying to make sure that our culture is intact too. Yeah. So it's just for young people, stuff like that. Just get a place where we can, work hard, and then after hard day's work, we relax. Yeah. So that's what we do. So the young people are all young people who are doing something, who are business guys, who are working and stuff like that. And on weekend, we want to come together and have fun.
Yes.
So I want to say thank you to the CEO. The CEO is Professor Benny, who said that let me do this something like that and to create jobs for the young people here as well, and also sometimes play its social responsibility. Once in every year, support young person to go to school. Yes, just to do something for the people in the community as well. So I want to say thank you. Yeah, but we also want to make sure that we get things right. We are very concerned about our guests, the people who come to this place, to give them good treatment, hospitality, to make them feel very, relaxed, and then we love to be in the place, welcome. So our priority is the people that will patronize us. They are our clients. It's by the sea too. So
It's by the sea, yes. It's beautiful. Make sure if you're in the area, the Cape Coast area, come on down to the Shipyard. Food is good, the drinks is good, the vibe is good. You do not want to miss this that's going on. So if you're in the area, make sure you come on down.
yes, we are around Jacko Abakan Stretch. Jacko Orchard Abakan Stretch.
Okay, so she
Let's
told you
come and
how to
let's have
come.
fun on Friday. Let's come and dance on Saturday, on Sunday, and on the holidays as well.
Oh.
But you do all these things after work. I'm very much concerned about that.
Well, thank you. It was such a pleasure. Thank you for your time. I know you're a very busy individual, very busy woman. So I thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. And good job too.
Thank you. So that is the nutshell of this interview, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe because you have just tuned in to Just Vlog.